Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing One Night's Excursion. Now, as they say, better late than never. Essentially, the reason I was kind of doubting that I'm going to be able to post this in time is we did have some plans for Saturday. There was actually like a couple of birthday parties, same party, two birthdays. And as a result, it just meant that I couldn't get a chance to actually record something for Sunday morning. Nevertheless, I do think we have a bit of a treat for today. A couple of reasons why. Actually, let me just double check. So, 95% rating as of the time of recording. So, quality puzzle. A fog puzzle, which I think some of you hinted every now and again that is your favorite variant. And it's again some more anti-night. Now, the thumbnail here, I think, is kind of describing what I imagine this epic journey is going to be. Colorful background in there, bit of a path that we're going to have to weave through, as is clearly Sleuth there planning. Looking very dashing, I might say, in a knight's armor. Anyway, let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule set with One Night's Excursion by Meggen033 and the following set of rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and then of course every 3x3 box, if I can select one. Then we've got the grid is partially covered with fog, and correctly placed digits will clear the fog around that cell, and no guessing is required. So if this cell is a 2, for example, that's definitely not what I wanted to do, then all of the surrounding cells, including the diagonals, not just orthogonally connected cells, will be revealed, and hopefully that will show us some more clues to allow us to progress. Cells separated by knight's move in chess cannot contain the same digit. So in addition to obviously normal Sudoku, same row, same column, same box, anything that is a chess knight's move away, that classic L shape, cannot be a 2 either, despite the fact that it is in different rows, columns, boxes. Obviously these two are in the same box. So anti-knight today. Black dot between cells indicates cell values with a 2 to 1 ratio. If this cell is a 2, this would have to be 1 or 4, so that essentially one cell is double the other. And if there's a white dot between cells, such as this one in here, then a white dot between cells indicates cells with consecutive values. Now, not all dots are given, so negative constraints do not apply. A 4 there, a 3 here, clearly in a 2 to 1 ratio, clearly consecutive, no black dot, no white dot, all of that is allowed. Now, the last bit is going to require me a bit of drawing. Somewhere in this fog are thermometers. Digits along each thermometer must increase starting from the bulb end. So essentially, somewhere as we get through the puzzle, we're going to see a bulb. It's actually going to be fully filled, a circle essentially, with a line coming out of it, something like that. That will be the bulb end, and just imagine that it is a thermometer of some sort, and the digits must increase as you get further away from the bulb. So if this cell, for example, is a 4, this would have to be 5 or higher. Doesn't actually have to have regular steps, so a step of 1 here, a step of 2 here is absolutely fine. What I couldn't do at any point is decrease along the thermometer. That will break the rule. That's all the rules for today. As usual, if you want to play along, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. And the reason I kind of can almost predict how this is going to go, and why I'm feeling particularly proud of the thumbnail, is you can sometimes take a look at a puzzle and just feel like I clearly know what I need to be doing. So black crop dots very deliberately revealed by Meggen033 across the puzzle in many locations, and that's really the clue here. In a few of them, we are given the fact that there are 3 cells that are connected by black dots. Essentially, this cell and this cell and this cell are all different because they're in the same column, and these 3 are all different because they are in the same box. Now, black crop dot digits, they're either the power of 2, 1, 2, 4, 8, or 3 and 6. And then the other digits that cannot be on black crop dots are 5, 7, and 9. I think you all know this by now. Double of 5 is 10, half of 5 is 2.5, clearly why these don't work. If you have 3 of them that are unique, 3 and 6 clearly doesn't work because you'd have to repeat one of them. So, one last thing I'll mention. If you have a run of 3, it's either 1, 2, 4, or it's 2, 4, 8. Notice that the middle digits are always from 2 and 4, and notice that the 2 and 4 have to be present in every triplet. I think that's going to be enough to get going, the middle digit has to be 2, 4, the middle digit has to be 2, 4. This cell and this cell see each other with knight's move, so they are different 2, 4s. I'm going to go for blue, green, yellow. And I know that the blue 2, 4 and the yellow 2, 4 has to be part of each of these triplets. You know, it's either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. Yellow clearly can't be here, so that is yellow. And blue cannot be here, so that is blue. And we're off and running. I mean, we haven't got a digit, but you know what I mean. Connected to blue, I'm going to go with, it's got to be 1, 8. I'm going to go with a purple 1, 8. And connected to yellow, I'm going to go with a red 1, 8. And I know it's different because clearly, you know, the 1 connects to the 2 and the 4 connects to the 8. Obviously, could work either way around. 1, 2, 4 tells me that this is 3, 6. It tells me that this group, and another thing that's worthwhile just keeping in mind, 2 cells that are not 3, 6 have to have one of the 2, 4s. You know, they can't have neither, because it's either going to be 1, 2 or 2, 4 or 4, 8. So there's always a 2 or 4 involved, and sometimes both. This cell, and well, these two, because they're not 3, 6s, they have to include a 2, 4. It is not the yellow 2, 4. It is the blue 2, 4, which can only be in here. And the blue 2, 4 is connected to a purple 1, 8. These 2 cells up here, because the purple 1, 8 is a dead end, we know that it cannot be, well, it can be blue and yellow, but it's definitely got yellow 2, 4. I'm just going to color the green, the 3, 6s as well. We'll probably need that in a second, but I don't know if I can pin this down. In fact, blue is definitely on there. One of these cells is blue, and its partner cannot be purple because I've used it. It's got to be yellow. So this is a 2, 4 pair that is blue and yellow. I can't disambiguate them just yet. And then purple, well, it can't be here, can't be there, just Sudoku. And then night move, night move. So that's purple 1, 8. Yellow, you can see none of these are yellow, none of these are yellow. This yellow remain with anti-night move, that's yellow. Can I do much about red? I don't feel like I can just yet. So essentially 5, 7, 9 and a red in row 2. I need, I don't know. I think I'm going to move on. Yeah, I am going to move on. These 2 cells, they're not 3, 6s. So they have to be, and it cannot be a 2, 4 pair because I can see one of them. So this is 1, 8, 2, 4. And it's a question of which one it is. Tough to tell at this point. This blue sees both of these. So I know if this is 1, 8, 2, 4, it is a different 1, 8, 2, 4. Yeah, this is really feeling like 3, 6. Otherwise, it's going to break this cell. There's a lot of pressure on there, but I don't know. It's got to be easier things we can pursue first. Such as, this is 3, 6. Right. This cell cannot be yellow 2, 4, blue 2, 4, or purple 1, 8. Technically, it can be red 1, 8, but then that would require a yellow 2, 4, which can't be. So this is in fact 3, 6, and this has a 2, 4, but it's not a blue 2, 4, it's a yellow 2, 4. And because it cannot be a blue 2, 4, it's got to be yellow with red. So this is a yellow-red mix. And this cell sees both of them. Right, this cell cannot be 2, 4. We know that because it can see blue 2, 4 and yellow 2, 4. And because it's 1/8, it's not the red 1/8, it's the purple 1/8, which forces this to be the blue 2/4. These cells now are feeling very tricky. Like I'm struggling to see how it could be anything other than 3/6, but let's double check. Clearly not purple, clearly not blue. They're all in the same box. Could it be a yellow-red combo? And I think the answer to that is no, because that is a yellow-red combo. So this is another 3/6. 3, not 2, and this is going to be green, and this is going to be orange because of this orange. Still don't know what these colors are. Yellow is getting interesting in box 5, in that none of these are yellow. Technically, though, any of these 3 cells could be. Blue is also getting interesting. None of these are blue. One of these 2 are blue. We also need purple. No purples, no purples, no purple or purple. One of these is purple. This is not as helpful as I was hoping. I'm going to move on. Yeah. Right. This is not 3/6 because of this cell. And this, these, in fact, all of them, they cannot be 3/6. And they cannot include a yellow 2/4. So it must include a blue 2/4 and a purple 1/8. And the purple 1/8 has to be in here. This is the blue 2/4. Therefore, this is not blue, this is blue. And you can see the lack of negative constraint here working, because these 2 are clearly in a 2-to-1 ratio, but without a black dot. Or, to be fair, it could be there is one under the fog. We don't know. We've just about figured them all out. Like, just about. And clearly the key to allow us to actually place some digits is this white set, which has to have a 2/4. And, oh, this is beautiful. Right. Box 7. So everything so far we've done, we can only really progress with kind of colors until we get to here, where it will tell us which sets are going to be potentially consecutive. And it's telling me that this is 1 and this is 2. Blue in box 7 cannot be here, Sudoku, cannot be there, Sudoku, cannot be here, Sudoku. It is on the white crop key dot pair, specifically because of this knight move. It's in here. Let's keep going. Purple, well, can't be there in box 7, can't be here in box 7. Knight move tells me can't be there. It is 1/8 in here, and more beautifully, this is a white crop key dot. 8 and 4 I know are not consecutive, 1 and 2 are. So I can literally do the following now. These are all 1s. These are all 2s. I'm just double check. Oh, hang on, that's not blue. Before I sort of do a nice big reveal, I just wanted to double check I haven't got any flashes, which I did. And sadly, I can't disambiguate these ones and do a nice double click. That's just 4, and this is an 8, and this is a 4/8 pair. Lovely. And we can see these thermometers now being revealed to hopefully allow us to make some more progress. Fantastic puzzle so far. Really what we've come to expect from Meggen033's. Orange, not in any of these cells. Could be in here. Could be there. Not enough. 3/6 in here. That can't be 3 because this cannot be 2 or 4. So that has to be 6. This has to be 3. This would have to be 5 or 7. We don't know the colors of these just yet, so I'm going to hang off coloring anymore. Come on, sleuth. What's next? 6 is not here. 6 is not there. 6 is not here. That's 6. 3 is not in any of these. These are 3. In fact, have we done all the 1s? Let's just do that. No. 1s. 1s. 2. That is all the 2s. 4s we haven't done. And to be fair, it's tricky to make better progress in here. 4, you see, it can be here. I know it can't be this cell because there's a 4-8 pair looking at it. But essentially, one of these two cells is a 4, which tells me that 4 is on the right-hand side in box 9. That's all the information I can do with the 4, and clearly with the 8s I have even less information right now. So I think we're going to have to look at these thermometers to make progress. Where is this cell? Where is this 4-8? Can't be any of these cells. It would have to be one of these two. And this cell can't be 8, and this cell can't be 4. So one of these is 4-8, and then the other one is in here. Not brilliant. Not a lot to go on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8 all see this cell. So this is from 5, 7, 9. Clearly can't be 9 because it needs to be bigger. Can't be again 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or 8, this cell. So this has to be from 5, 7, 9, except it's 7 or 9. These 5, 7s are different because they can see each other with knight's move. So one of them is 5, one of them is a 7. That can't be a 7. That's a 9. It's lovely. This cell is in here, isn't it? Because we know it's different from that cell, and it can't be here with Sudoku, so that's the other 5, 7. That tells me that this 4-8 is this 4-8, which is a 4, not an 8. So that's 4, that's 8, and that's 4. Hopefully that logic made sense to you. Not 4, 8, down here in one of these two. What about this cell? Trickier. Because you see, it can only see the green 3, 6. It can absolutely not see the orange. So let's get one thing clear. This cannot be a 3 because 1 and 2, which are lower, are not available. And it's also not a 6. So it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or 8, or 9 for that matter. This is 5 or 7. And this has to be lower. If it's 7, technically I get away with 6. But I also get away with 3. I know that it's not 1, 2, 4, or 8. Thing is, it can also be a 5 with a 7. A bit unfortunate. It gives me 1, 3 pair in the column, which I can't disambiguate. I don't know if we're going to have to start coloring these 5, 7s, by the way. It's kind of pointing us in that direction. Just the remaining colors, black, grey, and light grey. They're not exactly easy to disambiguate, so I'm going to try and avoid using them for as long as possible. 2s are done. 4s. I'm really not making much progress with the 4s. Why am I not making so much progress? And 1s, I still have an X-wing of them. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Right, so I need 2, 3, 6s in here. They're not there. One of them, at least, is in one of these two cells. The challenge is one of them could be in here. Nothing wrong with both of these being 3, 6s, is there? And this being 5, 7. I don't see the problem with that. This is 5, 7, 9. I also have another 5, 7 and an 8. This is clearly not a 4 anymore. Yeah, not useful. This is not 5, 7. No, it is. In fact, right, so we know that these two are the same. Yeah, colors would actually be helpful. I am going to use one of the colors. It looks a bit like the fog color, so forgive me. We know that these two are different because they can see each other in Knight's Move. Therefore, these two 5/7s are the same. Sudoku says then it's got to be down in here. And the only cell that can be 5 or 7, well, it's not 1 or 4, it's this one. So that's not 9. That is the light grey 5/7, and this is a 9. 9 now is in one of these two cells. We'll figure out what that means in a bit. Now, this 5/7, I'm going to go with two very different 5/7s. That is clearly very different from this cell and different from the fog. And let's hope we're not going to need to color the 9. That can't be 5/7. That can't be 5/7. That can't be 9. That is an 8. And then the black 5/7 and 9 are both in here, meaning this is a 3/8 pair, and this is the black 5/7 in here. Yeah, I can't disambiguate yet. Right. This is black, this is light. 9 is none of these cells with Knight Move. That is a 9. Still don't see the problem of having a double 3/6 pair in here, so can't exclude anything just yet. 1, 2, 4, and 8, and 3 and 6 all see this cell. So this is 5, 7, or 9. It was going so well, and then I slowed right down, and it's a shame. It feels like I should be able to do more. Just cannot quite see it for some reason. I mean, 3, we already know 1, 3. I was going to say 3 is in one of these two cells. We already know that. Where is 8 in here? Well, it's none of these. That is 8. That places 8 in one or two cells in there. That also means these are 5, 7, 9s. That is not a 9. That is a 5 or 7. No, I just don't know. We're joined by a green 3/6 in here. We're joined by an orange. Actually, the green 3/6 cannot be this cell. It's got to be down here with the 4. That is a 1. And that gives me a 3, a 1. Still don't know the color of 3. And this is 3, 4, 6. This is 5, 7, 9. I've got two 5, 7, 9s and an orange 3/6. Orange 3/6 is neither of these. It is not 5, 7. It is in here. That's the orange 3/6, and therefore 3 is green, 6 is orange, and therefore this is 6, this is 6, this is 3. I don't need the 6 anymore. In fact, 3 and 6 in here. I don't need the 6 in there. That's a 3, 4 pair. And then there's a 6 in here with 2 of 5, 7, 9s. It's not very useful. I'm going to move on. That is not 6. This is 3, 5, or 7. And it can be any of them. This is a 5, 7 pair, isn't it? I've got everything else in the row. That is grey 5, 7. That is black 5, 7. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. This is 3 or 9. Not very helpful. Then there's another 3, 9, and an 8, and a 6. I know this is not 6, but this is still 3, 8, 9. Come on, Sleuth, what's going on? What am I missing? Right, I need 9, which can't be here. And 8, which can't be there. So this is the black 5, 7 that I needed in here. And this is an 8, 9 pair now. Then I've got 4 and 6. And a light 5, 7. Can't do much about eliminating the 6 right now. No 3s, no 3, not very useful. Tricky, very tricky. This can be 9 or black. This is where black would be. Right, this is a 9. So it is not grey 5, 7. It is not black 5, 7 because both options are available. See it. Night move, Sudoku, that is a 9. That is not a 9. Therefore, this is black 5, 7. This is grey 5, 7. This is not black 5, 7. This is the only place for black 5, 7. And therefore, this is my 3. And this helps me because my black 5, 7 is the 5. And my grey 5, 7 is the 7. And this is 5, 9. So that's 5, that's 9. I'm not going to keep using the colors anymore. I can't see the 5 on the black. So I'm going to say this is another 8, 9 pair, which means I need an 8, 9 pair in here. That's not a 9. One of these is a 9. If I can eliminate an 8, I can actually force the 4 out, but it's not enough. Just the 8s and 9s are lining up in rows 8 and 9. This is 6, 7, and 5. Not 5, not 7. That is 6. This is a 5, 7 pair. Surely I've got this. Yes, I have. That's 9. Up in here now, I've got 3, 6, and 8. That is not a 6. So I have another 3, 8. And a 5. The 5 is easy to place because it's neither of these cells. And by the looks of things, a 9. And the 9 has to be in here. So that's 9. This is 3, 8. Sadly out of reach of knight's move of both 3s. That is not a 9. Remember, one of these was an 8. Didn't I say that? That this couldn't be an 8? Yes. 3, 8. One of these two is an 8. Not very helpful. The 4s. Actually, the 3 gave me a 4, a 3, not a 4, a 4. And the last 4. That's all the 4s done. I'm going to color at the end. I'm not going to keep... I don't think this is a good use of your time just watching me color. This is 3, 6, or 8. It is not a 3 or a 6. It's an 8. 3, 6, 3, 8. 8 C's, 9, 8, 9, 8. There's a 7 with something in here. 7 with 6. That can't be the 6. That's the 7. That's the 6. That's the 7. That's the 5. That's the 7. And if I've not made any mistakes, that is a 6 for the finish. Fantastic puzzle, Meggen033. Lovely, lovely path. Laid out, I think, for all of us, fairly clearly since the start. Although, admittedly, at times I was kind of struggling a bit to see what was a logical next step. Pardon me. And yeah, I am getting rid of the black fives. This is just too annoying for me. So, hope you guys enjoyed the puzzle. Fabulous one. And as well as the video, I think that was a reasonably good solve. And I'll see you back soon. Bye-bye for now.